Hi, thanks for watching BibleMountain.com. In this video we're going to read from Exodus 27 and learn that grace does not reduce God's majesty. Many Christians picture God as a lovable teddy bear and this heavenly daddy who would let us crawl up and snuggle in his lap. Revelation 4 gives us a glimpse into heaven that teaches us the exact opposite, that God has a majestic presence and there is separation between him and every other living creature. In this video we're going to read from Exodus 27 because the tabernacle illustrates for us this separation that exists between God and us. So let's get started in chapter 27. The context of this is God has the Israelites at Mount Sinai. He is giving them the Mosaic Law. These verses are from a section where God is telling the Israelites to build him a tabernacle. So let's get started in verse 9. You shall make the court of the tabernacle. On the south side there shall be hangings for the court of fine twisted linen, 100 cubits long for one side, and its pillars shall be 20, with their 20 sockets of bronze. The hooks of the pillars and their bands shall be of silver. Likewise for the north side in length there shall be hangings 100 cubits long, and its 20 pillars with their 20 sockets of bronze. The hooks of the pillars and their bands shall be of silver. For the width of the court on the west side shall be hangings of 50 cubits, with their 10 pillars and their 10 sockets. Now notice here they're told to make a court of the tabernacle. So the tabernacle itself was the tent that housed the holy place and the Holy of Holies. And around that tabernacle was supposed to be a courtyard. Now notice there were hangings made of fine twisted linen. This would have been opaque material, and that is what they used to form the courtyard of the tabernacle. Now to understand what's happening here, think about walking down a city street. And as you walk down the street, all the doors of the houses are within several feet of you as you walk down the sidewalk. Now imagine you come to a property where the house is set back from the street, and there's a wall or a fence around the property, causing some separation between you and the house. And that establishes a bit of separation between you and the people who live in the house, because you are no longer very close to the door of their house. And that's what's happening here. You had the tabernacle, but around the tabernacle was this courtyard that kept the Israelites a distance away from the tabernacle and established some separation between the Israelites and God. So they're told to put these hangings on the south side, and also the north side, and also the west side. So let's take a look at this. This rectangle represents the tabernacle itself, and then these lines represent the hangings that formed the courtyard. And the Israelites, on a day-to-day basis, would have been outside this outer box. And so that caused separation between the Israelites and the actual tabernacle where God dwelt. Let's keep reading in verse 13. The width of the court on the east side shall be 50 cubits. The hangings for the one side of the gate shall be 15 cubits with their 3 pillars and their 3 sockets. And for the other side shall be hangings of 15 cubits with their 3 pillars and their 3 sockets. For the gate of the court there shall be a screen of 20 cubits, of blue and purple and scarlet material and fine twisted linen, the work of a weaver, with their 4 pillars and their 4 sockets. So here they are told to make hangings on both sides of the gate, one on one side and one on the other, and then they're also told to make the actual gate itself. And so the hangings on either side of the gate would have been here, and then the actual gate itself would have been a screen here, to prevent the Israelites from being able to see into the courtyard until they actually walked inside. Verse 17. All the pillars around the court shall be furnished with silver bands with their hooks of silver and their sockets of bronze. The length of the court shall be 100 cubits, and the width 50 throughout, and the height 5 cubits of fine twisted linen and their sockets of bronze. All the utensils of the tabernacle used in all its service, and all its pegs, and all the pegs of the court shall be of bronze. Here they were told how high to make the hangings that formed the courtyard. The hanging is 5 cubits high. A cubit was about 18 inches, so that means the courtyard was about 7.5 feet tall. And it was an opaque material, which meant that the Israelites could not see through it, and they could not see over it. And again, that caused some mystique and some separation between the Israelites and the tabernacle, because they couldn't see the tabernacle. As they walked around the courtyard on a day-to-day basis, the courtyard kept them away from the tabernacle, and also the courtyard prevented them from seeing it. And again, that caused some mystique, it caused some separation between the Israelites and the tabernacle where God was. Now let's read in Revelation 4. This gives us a glimpse into heaven and tells us about the separation that exists between God and all the living creatures. Immediately I was in the Spirit. The pronoun I refers to John. Immediately I was in the Spirit, and behold, a throne was standing in heaven, and one sitting on the throne. And he who was sitting was like a jasper stone and a sardius in appearance, and there was a rainbow around the throne like an emerald in appearance. Around the throne were 24 thrones, and upon the thrones I saw 24 elders sitting, clothed in white garments and golden crowns on their heads. Out from the throne come flashes of lightning and sounds and peals of thunder. And there were 7 lamps of fire burning before the throne, which are the 7 spirits of God. And before the throne there was something like a sea of glass, like crystal, and in the center and around the throne 4 living creatures full of eyes in front and behind. And so the picture we have here of heaven is the separation between God and all these living creatures. And so again, many Christians picture God as this lovable teddy bear and a heavenly daddy who would let us crawl up onto his lap. But what we see in Revelation 4 is a glimpse into heaven that teaches us the exact opposite, that there is separation between God and all the living creatures. And likewise, Exodus 27 illustrates that for us. The tabernacle illustrates the separation that exists between God and us, because the tabernacle itself had a courtyard around it that kept the Israelites away from the tabernacle and kept them from getting close to the tabernacle. If you haven't done so, please join my email list. First of all, it is free. By signing up, you get immediate access to all my free content. It will be delivered right to your email inbox. This is the best way to make sure you don't miss out on any of my free content. In order to sign up, go to BibleMountain.com, click on follow. There will be a place there to enter your email address. Once again, thank you for watching BibleMountain.com.